What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on Infinite Empire Farm Page. My name is David Peltz, for those of you that don't know me. Along with my girlfriend Eileen, we purchased 9.5 acres in beautiful Trinidad, Colorado, and we are turning raw land into an actual farm. So on this episode, we take you on how we built this goat pen for our goats. They used to be up the hill up there inside of an electric net area, and they just kept getting caught in the electric net and stuff. So come along with us. We're going to show you how we installed this new pen for them. Got it all mulched and pimped out. A couple little toys in the middle, which we don't really show, but right now they just have a couple of tires and a pallet, which we're constantly stacking, but they're always knocking them down. We're actually going to add a bunch of goat toys in here for them also. But come along with us as we get them moved from here to there and get this built. Might even give you a sneak peek on some garden beds that we built recently. And then next episode, our greenhouse. Our greenhouse is coming together. So come along with us as we show you what we did here and get this one put together. Well, if you haven't seen any of our previous videos, go watch. But we have our goats with an electric net up top, and three days in a row, 3 goats have gotten tangled in that net. I think the male is trying to mate all the females again, and he's just going crazy with them. So I guess sooner than later, well, it was bound to happen. But so this is our lower field, and there's our chickens. We have our pigs temporarily up here. Our greenhouse is going to be set up all along this section, and down here on this lower part, we are going to install a 6-foot fence around the exterior of this to keep the deer out. But then I think I'm going to leave like a 3-foot alley or 4-foot alley, so that way if we have to move animals, we can kind of move them from pin to pin. So today I am going to start to set up we want all of our animal pins kind of along this bottom section here. I know my hands don't do justice, but that's what we're after. And that's what we're gonna get started on. We're gonna start pounding fence. Just again, we're kind of following this tree line, but we're gonna stay at least 4 or 5 feet out from this tree line, because our exterior fence, our 6-foot fence to keep the deer out of everything, is gonna go there. So that's this afternoon's project. We had to put a halt on the greenhouse for the moment. I couldn't get my auger working right, and the goats are kind of top priority. And this one's a nut job. Oh yeah, and we just went to Big R to buy fencing, and we ended up with what?
Turkey.
How many?
5.
5 turkeys. So we now have turkeys officially on our farm. They're in the brooder with our quail, full-size quail, because the turkeys are about the same size, so hopefully everybody gets along. I do have a separate brooder. I just don't have time to deal with it tonight. I'm trying to get this started so that way I can get these goats moved as soon as possible. I don't think I'm going to get them moved tomorrow, but I'm going to at least get a good start on it. So come along with me as I pound some fence. So I somehow lost the video of putting in the T-post and the fencing. But basically what we did is we took a T-post and placed them every 10 feet down the row. What we're building back here is an orchard on this side. And I'm going to put a 6-foot tall fence around the whole entire perimeter of the property. So I gave myself a good 8 feet in between these trees. And we started digging our holes for our fruit trees. But before I get those in, I got to get the 6-foot fence put in. But anyways, long story short on that, we used 5-foot long T-posts, 4-foot tall fencing, and it's goat and sheep fencing. I bought this utility fencing at first. It's like a welded wire fence, and it's just way too flimsy. So I bought this knotted fence, which basically they wrap it around the fencing, and it's a lot stronger. As you can see, even it's only been a week or so, and you can see how the goats have already pushed this fence out here. What they like to do is rub up against the fence, and it bows it out really bad. So you really definitely need a heavy duty fence. In the future, I might go back and put more T-posts if needed. But what I did do to solve that problem is to buy some brushes. So these are going to go in today. I'm going to attach them down there on that post there. One on each side, one for the males and one for the females on this side. So that way they can brush themselves with these brushes instead, rather than rubbing up against my fence and causing it to bow out like crazy. I mean, every side of this fence is pushed out already. Hi, sunshine. So hopefully the brushes will alleviate some of that problem. But as you can see, they like to rub and rub and rub. That fence is bowed out and in between every single section. So like I said, if it becomes a problem where it's starting to compromise the fencing in the future, we can go back and add another T-post in between each section, which we might just do. All right, guys, so I couldn't figure out what to do for the gate for the goat pen. So I finally settled on this gate. It's just a 5 foot wide or 6 foot wide. I think it's 6 foot wide gate, and I'm gonna put this post 2 feet in the ground with concrete so I can make it really sturdy. As you can see, the rest of the pin is actually done, except for this very far end here. So all I have to do is put a T-post here, run that wire there, set that post, and this sucker's in the wraps. So I didn't get a whole lot of video of me building it. It's pretty simple. It's just pounding posts in and stretching wire, and it's a pain in the ass, and it's slow going because each one of these posts has 4 clips on it, and to get those clips to hook around the wire in the right spot, it was really kind of a pain in the butt. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get this hole dug for this, for the gate. Shoot, I see that it came with these guys. Oh no, never mind, they just latched right in there. Okay, I thought I was missing hinges or something, but it actually comes with everything, so that's nice. It comes with 2 big long screws that are going to go through the post, and then also a chain to lock up the gate. And that's my main goal today, is to get this finished and get the rest of those carrots washed. So come along with me. I'm going to dig some holes and try to get this part figured out. Break time. I hate fence post diggers. I have an auger and I can't freaking get it to run right, so I'm gonna rent one for the greenhouse, but I didn't want to rent one for one hole. So I'm gonna go get the level, bag of concrete, and get this sucker set. Well, they're gonna let that dry before I bother drilling any holes in it or anything like that. I don't want to have any problems with it leaking, or not leaking, but moving on me whenever I go to drill the holes for the hinges. So I'm gonna leave that for a couple hours, and then we'll be back to do the hinges. So I started messing with this post before the concrete set, and it starts spinning on me a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is just take some big screws and stick them in the wood right here in 3 different spots. Just leave them sticking out. And what this does is when I stick the concrete around them now, the concrete's going to lock in around these screws, and it won't allow the post to spin. So ideally you do that a little bit lower, kind of midway. Do it all the way around, and then when the concrete hardens around those screws, it allows the post to not spin anymore. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, so this time I'm actually gonna let it sit for a couple hours. I get impatient and start messing with it. I need to let it sit so it sets properly and doesn't end up wiggling loose later on. So be patient, let it sit, and that way we can get this post set correctly. Put the other gate hanger in here and string that last piece of fence, and we'll be good to go. Alright guys, now that we got the goats moved down to the lower field, which is kind of where that patch of dirt is down there, we're going to separate their houses into 2 halves and move their houses down there, and it would pretty much be a wrap on getting them moved. Oh, baby. Did you get it? Alright, so it's going to take 2 hands, but we're just going to separate it into 2 halves and get it moved in the trailer down to the lower section for the goats. There you go. That one's just loose. Kind of straighten it out though. Is it really? Okay, I was going to say I could drill another one. It's okay, just go to the next one. Alright guys, so we kind of officially got this goat house set up. Definitely a little wonky, but they all are. Welcome to our farm. And we're gonna set that one up down there. The goats are definitely enjoying the shade because it's nice and toasty today, so they're hiding in that one, all of them. But I'm sure once we get this one set up and go down and start working on that one, they're gonna all come up here and get in the shade up here.
So after yesterday, I raked out all the rocks, or a lot of the big rocks in their pen. And today they're getting some mulch. So it can be nice and fluffy. And it looks like the fire stopped, which is great. But yeah, so I am emptying all this to put in all over there. Well, we did it, guys. Look at how cool that looks. Holy smokes, and it smells so freaking good. But that is so amazing. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, what a day.
Well, this is going to wrap up another video with us. As you can see, what wasn't shown on the video is we actually installed another fence here and another gate to keep our boys down here. This is actually a girl, but they can the babies can still slide underneath the gate. We figured he doesn't really bother the babies. It was the larger females that he's been harassing. So appreciate you watching this one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Come back for the next one where we build these planter beds and get all of this greenhouse skeleton up Still waiting on the plastic, so can't quite get it finished, but got a bunch of plants in the ground. All that's gonna be on the next video. We'll see you then.